Vampires, myth or something darker? When you hear the word vampire, what pops into your head? Creatures that look human, but drink human blood. Beings that can't stand sunlight, sleep in coffins, and come alive only at night. That's what we've been watching in movies since childhood. But what if it's not all fiction? This story takes place in Florida, USA. One evening, a group of teenagers walked into a police station to report their friend Sara missing. According to them, Sara was supposed to hang out with them the previous day, but she never showed up. Her phone had been switched off since last night. No one had any idea where she suddenly disappeared. The police had just started filing the report when an unexpected call came into the station. Something about that call felt off. The cops immediately began tracing it. While tracking the signal, they ended up miles away from the city, deep into a deserted area. Meanwhile, two officers, Brad and Derek, were patrolling the highway in a police van. That's when they noticed someone lying unconscious on the roadside. They stepped out, rushed closer, and froze. It was Sara. Thanks to the photo her friends had given, they recognized her instantly. Her skin looked pale, almost lifeless. Blood was slowly dripping from her left arm. Without wasting a second, they rushed her to the hospital. After examining her, the doctors told the police something disturbing. Sara's body had been drained of blood continuously for 2 days. That explained why she was extremely weak. At first, the case looked like kidnapping or some violent crime. But then the doctors revealed details that sent chills down everyone's spine. 3 of Sara's teeth were missing. There were burn marks on her hands, as if she had been exposed to extreme heat. And on her back, something was written in an unknown language. Brad and Derek were convinced now. This wasn't a normal crime. Brad handed over samples collected from Sara's clothes to Derek and asked him to dig out every possible clue. That same night, Brad decided to investigate the area on his own. After driving for almost an hour, he reached a dense forest far from the city. This was the exact spot where Sara had been found. He followed the same path deeper inside. But after some time, Brad realized something terrifying. He was back at the same spot where he had started. Confused and anxious, he tried to understand what was happening. That's when he saw them. Strange figures, covered in blood, slowly walking toward his car. Their faces looked inhuman, horrifying. Brad panicked. He grabbed his gun from the back seat and pointed it at them. And suddenly, they vanished. As he tried to escape, an intense wave of sleep hit him. It felt like someone had hypnotized him. When Brad woke up, he was tied to a table. A pipe was attached to his arm, draining his blood into a bottle. In front of him sat a young man and a woman. They looked completely normal, like regular people. They were casually talking, eating food. But right next to their plates was a bottle filled with blood. And they were drinking it. Brad's heart dropped. That's when it hit him. These weren't humans. They were vampires. Looking around, Brad noticed black magic items scattered across the room. There were teeth, symbols, and ritual objects meant to please dark forces. Everything made sense now. Sara had been captured by this same group. By nightfall, Brad was barely conscious. But somehow, using every last bit of strength, he managed to loosen the ropes and escape. Outside, he spotted an old phone booth and called the police station. Luckily, Derek answered. Brad tried explaining everything. But Derek couldn't hear Brad's voice clearly. Instead, all he heard was screaming and crying. Derek immediately traced the call and rushed to the location. Not far down the road, he found Brad. Lying unconscious. At the exact same place where Sara had been found. Brad was taken to the hospital immediately. But it was too late. He didn't make it. A few days later, Sara also passed away due to extreme blood loss. After these incidents, Derek personally began investigating the area day and night. Eventually, deep inside the forest, he found a rundown house. Outside it stood a broken phone booth. The house was empty. But after a full investigation, the truth finally came out. Behind everything was a secret vampire cult. A group that survived by drinking human blood. They used black magic to stay alive. After that night, no similar cases were reported in Florida. But stories of vampires still exist all over the world. This story is based on real events. So now the question is, do you believe in vampires? Let us know in the comments.